Yahweh raised up an adversary to Solomon, Hadad the Edomite. He was one of the king's offspring in Edom. For when David was in Edom, and Joab the captain of the army had gone up to bury the slain and had struck every male in Edom. Hadad fled, he and certain Edomites of his father's servants with him, to go into Egypt, Hadad being still a little child. They arose out of Midian, came to Paran and took men with them out of Paran. They came to Egypt, to Pharaoh king of Egypt, who gave him a house, appointed him food, and gave him land. Hadad found great favor in the sight of Pharaoh, so that he gave him his wife, the sister of his own wife, the sister of Tahpenes, the queen. The sister of Tahpenes bore him Jenubeth, his son, whom Tahpenes win in Pharaoh's house. Jenubeth was in Pharaoh's house among the sons of Pharaoh. When Hadad heard in Egypt that David slept with his fathers and that Joab the captain of the army was dead, Hadad said to Pharaoh, "Let me depart that I may go to my own country." Then Pharaoh said to him, "But what have you lacked with me, that behold, you seek to go to your own country?" He answered nothing, however, only let me depart. God raised up another adversary to him, Rezon the son of Eliada, who fled from his lord Hadadezer, king of Zobah. He gathered men to himself and became captain over a troop. When David killed them of Zobah, they went to Damascus, lived there and reigned in Damascus. He was an adversary to Israel all the days of Solomon. In addition to the mischief that Hadad did, he abhorred Israel and reigned over Syria. Jeroboam the son of Nebat, an Ephraimite of Zereda, a servant of Solomon whose mother's name was Zerel, a widow. He also lifted up his hand against the king. This was the reason why he lifted up his hand against the king. Solomon built Millo and repaired the breach of David's city. Jeroboam was a mighty man of valor, and Solomon saw the young man that he did good work, and he put him in charge of all the labor of the house of Joseph. At that time, when Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, the prophet Ahijah the Shilonite found him on the way. Now Ahijah had clad himself with a new garment, and the two of them were alone in the field. Ahijah took the new garment that was on him and tore it in 12 pieces. He said to Jeroboam, "Take 10 pieces, for Yahweh, the God of Israel, says, behold, I will tear the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to you. But he shall have one tribe, for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel. Because they have forsaken me, and have worshipped Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Sidonians, Chemosh, the god of Moab, and Milcom, the god of the children of Ammon. And they have not walked in my ways, to do that which is right in my eyes, and to keep my statutes and my ordinances, as David his father did. However, I will not take the whole kingdom out of his hand, but I will make him prince all the days of his life, for David my servant's sake, whom I chose, who kept my commandments and my statutes. But I will take the kingdom out of his son's hand, and will give it to you, even 10 tribes. To his son I will give one tribe, that David my servant may have a lamp always before me in Jerusalem, the city which I have chosen for myself to put my name there. I will take you, and you shall reign according to all that your soul desires, and shall be king over Israel. It shall be, if you will listen to all that I command you, and will walk in my ways, and do that which is right in my eyes, to keep my statutes and my commandments, as David my servant did, that I will be with you, and will build you a sure house, as I built for David, and will give Israel to you. I will afflict the offspring of David for this, but not forever. Solomon sought therefore to kill Jeroboam, but Jeroboam arose and fled into Egypt, to Shishak king of Egypt, and was in Egypt until the death of Solomon. And now the rest of the acts of Solomon, all that he did, and his wisdom, aren't they written in the book of the acts of Solomon? The time that Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all Israel was 40 years. Solomon slept with his fathers and was buried in his father David's city. And Rehoboam his son reigned in his place.